There's a stream. There's a river. There's a river from the distance. I go over there to quench my thirst. I look over, and it's this fucking water.
Wait.
This water's phenomenal.
No, we're good. Stop.
What are you doing?
I thought you had to press play.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Doing one fucking podcast, you fucking tool. And welcome back to episode 28 of Backhouse Productions. Our newest guest, Giancarlo Sacco. So you're the stallion, and that's cool and all, but what happens if I actually put you to the test? Right now, you're Rob Pelinka. You're looking at the Lakers situation. What the fuck are you going to do?
I'm getting AD out of there as quick as I can. 2 first-round picks. Try to bring in some talent from around the league and get LeBron some help.
So you're rebuilding?
Rebuilding. I don't think AD is the future of the organization.
Are you rebuilding with LeBron around as the center of the franchise in year 20?
I think you try to go 1 year, get some players, but you also want some draft picks in your back pocket.
You think AD is worth that many draft picks for a trade?
It's the NBA. I feel like you're going to get it just because of all the bullshit that's going on.
I don't think anyone's going to trade for AD, to be honest with you.
He's injury prone.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, but you can see like the Pistons trading something, just like a low level team. Like let's get a star in here.
So we're going to get 2 first-round picks and then Bojan Bogdanovic. Is that really going to turn the Lakers around?
Would you take that trade though right now? 2
first-round picks for Bojan Bogdanovic for Anthony Davis? Fuck no.
I would.
I'm definitely trying to trade Kyrie Irving. That's the guy I'm trading AD for is Kyrie Irving. That's the only guy I feel like that's like realistic that we can actually get.
So you think Russ and Irving are going to be able to, or are you going to send Russ off to go back with Durant and bring in Kyrie?
No, I don't think you can trade Russ for Kyrie Irving.
Well, I mean, if you get Irving, let's see, you send Westbrook, maybe a first.
Are you asking me questions? What are you doing? What are you doing, Stallion?
I'm thinking here. If you want Kyrie, you got to give up at least Russ, a first round pick. I would take that trade.
You got to trade 27. You got to trade 29. I think you have to throw AD in there to get Kyrie Irving and then maybe like a shooter like Joe Harris.
You know what? I would kind of AD, Westbrook, and Durant. I like that a lot.
AD, Westbrook, and Durant.
It's a lot.
No, you're not trading Westbrook. It's just AD.
No, but I want Westbrook in that trade because Kyrie and Westbrook are not going to be. I don't think they're functional on the same team together.
So you're telling me you're just going to throw in Russell Westbrook just to throw him in the trade?
Has he done anything? You're the bigger Laker fan here. Has Westbrook benefited you in any way?
Yeah, he's going to be the 6th man of the year this year. Like he's playing really well off the bench. He's actually resurrecting his career.
I don't think Westbrook's the reason why you guys are winning that many games. Well, you have 14. You're 14 and 20.
I think
you're out of the picture almost.
No, we're not. I mean, you look at the West right now; it's so tight. I mean, I think we're 5 games behind the 2nd seeded team in the West. It's extremely tight right now, and also I think Russell Westbrook for sure he can stay on this team, and I think we're a winning team. Like I think we're a top 5 team in the West. If Anthony Davis somehow decided to not get hurt, I mean, when we went 8-2 in the 10 games after we started the year 2-10, what was the thing? What was the thing that was making the Lakers win so much?
AD.
Anthony Davis being an MVP candidate.
You told me 2 weeks before, hey, make a TikTok about how AD's having an MVP-like season.
Dude, which he was. He was going off.
But he's gone now. Is he out for the season?
It's a weird injury. I don't know.
What happened?
It's a stress fracture in the foot.
I don't think that's the whole season.
No, but like it's kind of weird. They're saying it's like the Chet Holmgren injury. They're speculating that it might be that. Or like right now the timeline's indefinite. Like they don't know when he's going to come back. So I'm going to probably assume 2 months. Like it's Anthony Davis at the end of the day. Like I don't think he's just going to be all springed up by next week.
When's the trade deadline?
It's sometime in February. I think it's like around Valentine's Day. February, Valentine's Day.
So you have a month and a half, give or take.
Well, if you're the Lakers, what you probably are thinking here is, do we try to rebuild, just get rid of everyone, trade for some first-round draft picks, and rebuild, do it the right way? Or do you try to salvage the last couple of years of LeBron James' career and try and build a competitive team, which Rob Pelinka has done awful at?
I mean, think if you look at take the Rams for example, they went all in. Look at them now; they're going to have no future for the next 5 years. The Rams.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl though. What's the whole point of?
Exactly, that's my point. Is I think if you just go chips all on the table, LeBron year 20, he's going to need help. He's not prime LeBron anymore. if you go and get him,
Let me slow you down there. The guy's averaging 28 a game. Like he's
but
he's still
he's
good.
getting those buckets in garbage time, and his plus minus is in the minus.
Giancarlo,
right now.
is LeBron James a top 10 player in the NBA right now?
I would say he's top 10.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of other guys.
That's a prime
I don't
guy
know,
right
he's
there.
Top. We talked about this the other day. I think he's top 15.
You don't think he's a top 10 guy?
You could definitely argue that 10 to 15 spot.
I could argue the 6 to 10 spot. And I can argue LeBron is probably 6 or 7. Look at Curry. You're going to put Curry ahead of him now? The guy gets hurt just as much as AD. I mean, besides the championship years, like
who's your top 5 players in the league right now?
top 5 players in the league, like in order or just
Doesn't top 5.
Luka Doncic, Antetokounmpo, Jokic, Embiid, and then
You're not putting LeBron right.
no, I'm not. Hold on, I'm thinking. This one's a tough one. I'm going to say, and this might be a little controversial here because I'm not a big fan of Jason Tatum. I think he's a little bit overrated.
I think he's overrated too.
I'm going to say Ja Morant.
I like that.
I'm going to say Ja Morant is.
He's
Grizzlies.
definitely the most fun player in the league right now.
I saw a highlight the other day of him damn near jumping over a guy, a 6'7" guy, and it was during Christmas. It was during Christmas. He almost jumped over a guy and almost landed the duck. It was a dunk. It was a foul, but that guy's vertical might be 45 inches.
I'd take the over on 43.5 for sure.
I think it's over 45. He might be like a 47, 48, like vertical leaper.
One of these days, he's gonna land one of those.
Oh my God! Of course he is.
He's gonna get close enough in, right down on the block, and just end somebody's whole career.
Well, the only thing with Ja Morant is it's like I get a little nervous too. Is kind of like the same thing that happened with Derrick Rose, or like he's a high flyer.
Don't put that juju on him.
He's driving to the lane all the time. He's not the best shooter. Like he really benefits off his athleticism, right? So
he's like Westbrook a lot.
Okay, look, I'm not saying he's going to get hurt like Derrick Rose, but I think the possibility of that happening is way higher than someone like Steph Curry getting hurt or someone like Chris Paul getting hurt. Like why are those guys able to stay 14, you're 17 years into the league and still contribute and be on like competitive teams? Because they're able to stay healthy and they don't leave their feet. They don't leave their feet ever. They're not 40 fucking feet in the air. You know what I mean?
But you could say the same thing about Westbrook. I mean, he was when Westbrook prime was doing the same thing as Ja Morant, and all he did, he suffered one MCL tear in the divisional round versus the Rockets.
Shout out Pat Bev. But I think Westbrook.
I think they're
different players. I think they're different players.
Very similar player.
They're okay. They are very similar, but I think Morant is a better player than what Westbrook was. Like Derrick Rose was MVP at 23 years old. Like the youngest MVP, or 21. Was it 23 or 21? He was the youngest MVP to do it. I think it's 22 in the middle. He was the youngest MVP to ever do it. Like he was at a level that Westbrook never reached. I know he won MVP too, but he was never a guy leading a team to a championship game, being first in their conference. That Russ MVP year was kind of like just because Durant left him, and it was a little cold-hearted, a little cold-blooded from Durant just to go to the Warriors like that. So you felt for Russ. There was a storyline behind it.
Yeah.
But you never felt like Russell Westbrook is a top 3 NBA player. Never.
D Rose was 22.
22 years old?
22
yeah,
in
crazy.
211 days.
What was Westbrook's age when he won MVP?
I'm going to say
20,
30.
29, 28?
2016,
How old is Westbrook right
2017.
now?
34.
He's definitely older.
Oh, no, yeah. He was 28.
Yeah, he was
28.
28. He was 28.
28 years old. No, I mean, they're Russell Westbrook, Hall of Famer, top 75 player without a doubt. But
You could say Westbrook's a top 30 player.
that's
Top 25
I think
even.
top 50. I think top 50. I think
it's where you value the triple double, because some people could, okay, cool, what did he do with it? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, all right, yeah, he did, but he didn't even make it to, when he averaged a triple double, he never made it to the Western Conference Final.
Well, you can look at the supporting cast there, but
It wasn't great.
there's a couple of those teams that like really underachieve. Like no one ever really talks about that 2017, 2018 OKC team with Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. I know Carmelo Anthony's career went straight downhill after that season, but they were hyped up. They were hyped up to compete against Golden State that year. And
I loved that team. I thought that was a fun team because I used to be an OKC fan.
they were competitive.
Anymore, am I an OKC fan now? No.
You should stay on that train. I'm telling you, Giancarlo. In the next 5 years, you could be this.
Well,
You
you'll
could
have Chet, Shai,
Wembanyama.
Yeah, I was about to say I could see Wemby going. Okay,
I think-
Wembanyama.
Well, here's the thing. We talk about the Lakers. Say you just dish out everybody this year.
Yeah.
You get the lottery. You pray you get the one pick, and you put LeBron and Wembanyama on the same team.
Okay, so who do you think is going to be the number one pick? So you're going to either trade with the Rockets, the Spurs. OKC's too good. They have Shea. He's not going to allow him to be top 3 this year.
Let me look.
you know John Morant.
The Pistons. The Pistons are really bad.
It's going to be Pistons, Hornets,
They lost to the Hornets the other night. Really devastating.
San Antonio, or Houston. Those are your 4 on the bottom.
Okay, so
East and West. Those are the 4 on the bottom.
I think you can. God, I don't think anyone's going to trade their first round pick for that. Like, there's not. You might have to trade to get the first overall pick in next year's draft. You would have to trade a guy like Zion Williamson to get this dude. Like, there's no way that someone's trading that pick for Anthony Davis. There's no way. Absolutely no way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just going to have to bite the bullet. I think.
But
I
the
think
Lakers can still get the lottery. That's the thing.
No, they can't. No, they can't. They traded their first round picks to New Orleans in the Anthony Davis trade. They traded everything away. That's what I mean, though. Like, if you're going to do something, like if you're going to go all the way, if you're going to trade all your picks, all your young players for Anthony Davis, try and finish it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Anthony Davis go to the Hornets for some picks in exchange. You put Melo with a healthy AD. I think it's going to be better than Miles Bridges, because I don't think Miles Bridges is going to stay in the NBA.
Okay, so I feel like you've given really no answers to my original question. If I was Rob Pelinka, I think I'm trading Russell Westbrook. I'm getting 2 first-round picks. I'm trading the 27 and the 29 first-round pick, and I'm getting DeMar DeRozan in Chicago with Vucevic. I think I could get DeMar, Vucevic, and you got to throw like Pat Bevan to even the salaries together. I think that could potentially. That could probably put but I don't even know, dude. It's so weird because it's all predicated off of Anthony Davis, and the guy can't fucking stay healthy. If you look at that injury, if you look how he got hurt.
He was in the air and he tapped someone on the calf.
I've never seen a guy get hurt like that, just jumping in the air, and he hit someone barely out for fucking 2 months. He's made out of glass, but I mean, he's a hell of a talent.
I think it's what you got to look at, your original question. Right now in the season, is there any possibility, even if you trade AD, could you get LeBron to...
I hope LeBron gets traded from the Lakers. I'm sick of being a Lakers fan.
Really?
I mean,
I'm so sick of it.
Where would he go?
Cleveland.
Oh, that'd be
That'd be
fun.
Put LeBron back on Cleveland.
And with Donovan?
You would have to probably trade Jared Allen.
Okay.
Or Jared Allen with a Karis LeVert and a couple first round picks.
I don't think you have to give... I don't think...
It's LeBron James. He's a top 10 player.
Yeah, but I don't think people value LeBron as much as they do 5 years ago.
No shit, Sherlock.
So I don't think you have to ask for a heinous amount.
Okay, if you were going to trade LeBron James 5 years ago, someone would have had to give it up 8 first round picks to get that guy.
Yeah, but now...
And you would have to been the shittiest team in the league at that time. The Bobcats. The Bobcats would have to trade... They're not even a franchise anymore. You would have to give 8 first round picks to get LeBron James in his prime. And I don't even think they would take it.
Well, if you're Rob, you go, all right, I'll give you LeBron for 2 first rounds.
This year's first round picks?
Sure.
Okay.
Take
So this year, next year?
this year, next year, and then in return, I'm trying to think. Would you send Pat Bev over too?
Yeah, Pat Bev has been terrible this year.
Are you going to send LeBron with Pat, or are you going to send another player with LeBron, or is it just the draft picks? You go LeBron, 2 draft picks for. I like LeBron on the Cavs though.
It would be hard to get that to work, but it would be very.
I'm trying to think how would that. I think if they trade LeBron, the Lakers would be in a better position.
I think
for the next 5 years.
I think Rob Pelinka's a fucking tool bag. I think. I really wish if you're not gonna fucking go for it, guys, trade LeBron. Please trade, but he's not gonna want to leave. LeBron's not gonna want to leave. He loves LA. He's started a production company. He's doing all these side ventures in LA. I mean, the guy's gonna be a billionaire. So he's already won a couple championships. He's already solidified as a top 3 NBA player of all time. He's gonna get the scoring record this year. Probably in the next month, I think. He's pretty fucking close.
Was he 100? It was 38,000.
It's 38,000. No one thought anyone would ever get that. Like Post Malone would, or I mean, not Post Malone. Fuck, Karl Malone would have given up his left nut to get that title, and he could. He couldn't stay healthy the last couple of years of his career. LeBron James is going to do it effortlessly. Like he's going to play another 5 years in the league, and he's going to get the 40,000. Like without even thinking. Yeah,
I don't think LeBron stays 5 more years on the Lakers, though.
No, I hope not. I can't be a Lakers fan. I'll probably just like watch his stats and not even give a fuck about the games. Like I don't think they can let him do that. I think LeBron James, I think he has room for one more title. And I truly believe if he's a top 2, top 3 player on that championship team, he's better than Jordan. He's better than Jordan. I think he needs one more.
If LeBron
truly.
Gets, if LeBron gets one more,
he ties Kobe.
I would say, because I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I would say if LeBron gets one more, he is. I don't think it's undisputed GOAT, but the majority is going to say he's the greatest player of all time.
There's a lot of people that are going to ride with Jordan until the day they die. But I think the argument actually is legitimate now.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's like, if he wins another championship and he's a top 3 guy on that team, I think it's like, okay, that's what you think. I think this. And it's like, you can't even really debate with the guy without calling him an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can basically like make sense of both these guys being the GOAT. But I'm a LeBron guy. I've always been a LeBron guy. I've been a fan of him for like 12 years, and I think he is the greatest of all time already. But I think for the public's eye, he needs one more.
But that's the thing. But if Curry gets one more, I think there's a lot of season left. Say Golden State goes on a miracle run this year, gets another one.
I want to say miracle. It's
not
possible.
a miracle, but say they win another one.
Yeah.
Does Steph become? All right, he's top 3 now.
I think he's already top 10.
I would say he's probably 9 or 10, maybe 8. I got him over Magic.
Dude, that's a little premature. That's premature. I wouldn't say that. But
who are you taking on your team? If you have a point guard elite, who do you want on your team? I want Steph.
I want Magic.
Why?
Who's going to guard a 6'9" point guard? I mean, I'm thinking Ben Simmons immediately when I say that, but
who's guarded? No, it's still Curry's still not been able to be guarded 35 feet out.
Look, I'm not going to discredit Curry because I'm not going to look like that asshole, but he was on the greatest team of all time, and he wasn't. I mean, he was a reason for it, but he wasn't like
the reason. Agreed.
He wasn't 80% of that team. He was like fucking like a 40%.
I think if you take Kevin Durant,
30%.
I think if you take Kevin Durant off that team, they don't win.
No, I think the Cavs beat him 3 years out of 4. I think LeBron should have won in 2015.
And that's
Irving
why I still
and
think
Love.
everybody says KD's ring is like invaluable. Okay, if you take KD off that team, they don't win.
Well, yeah, if you team the All-Star team up every year, they're going to win the fucking championship. I mean, you can't put all those guys on the same team.
Yeah, but you had Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron.
Yeah.
Arguably.
No, okay.
Arguably, so you can't say...
LeBron bit his own bullet there. I mean, he created his own coffin. The guy started that super team. I mean, technically Boston did, but no one ever fucking talks about that one. But yeah, technically LeBron started the free agency thing where people are just going to team up together. But that team comes nothing close to that Golden State team. Like, Golden State is landsliding the 96 Bulls. Landsliding them.
Yeah.
I think they're landsliding the 2001 Lakers.
I think that...
And I'm not going to say...
Warriors team is the greatest team to ever be assembled.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're landsliding the 86 Celtics. They're landsliding the 87 Lakers. Anything after 85, it's like,
I feel like the bad boys could give them a run for their money, though.
Who?
The bad boys, with the physicality they play with.
The Bad Boys Pistons would
give them... I feel like they would give them a little test.
I think the Bad Boys Pistons, if you had to compare a team, would be like the 2013 Grit and Grind Grizzlies with Zach Randolph. A good team, but would they win anything in today's league? No.
I think 2020 Heat is a very comparable team. Just grit.
The 2020 Heat.
With Jimmy Butler.
That is wildly off.
I don't know. They played with grit, though. They were never the best team, but they were just...
Well, no, I mean...
They were... That's what I'm saying, like, the level of grit. I mean, it was just a gritty team.
No, I understand that. You can be gritty and be shit. Like, you have to have, like, all-time great players. Like, you got Bill Laimbeer, you got Mark McGuire.
I think Jimmy Butler's
got Isaiah Thomas.
Young Rodman.
Talk about Isaiah Thomas. He's a top 5 point guard of all time. Jimmy Butler is nowhere close to that range or that caliber of player. Like, that was an extremely good team. They went back-to-back, Giancarlo. You can't...
100%.
They went to the finals fucking 3 years in a row. You can't take anything away from that team.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just... I think that team gives that Warriors team a little It gives them a little rough.
I would love.
They would match up well.
I would love to see Bill Laimbeer trying to keep up with Draymond Green playing point guard at the top of the key while Curry's running around and fucking screens. And don't forget, you have the second greatest shooter of all time on the team, Klay Thompson. And don't forget, you have Klay. Don't forget. Hold on. Fuck you. Hold on. And then you have the number one. I think this is Kevin Durant's the greatest scorer.
100%.
He's the greatest scorer of all time.
The snake.
You got Kevin Durant and you got the top one and top two shooters of all time. And then you have Draymond, defensive player of the year. You got a Rodman on that team just for the fuck of it. Like, that team is unbelievable. And the fact that LeBron James had to go against that, and people are going to say, oh, his finals record's skewed. He's not better than Jordan. He goes 6-0. Jordan didn't play anybody worth a damn like that. Who was it? Jordan's toughest team was fucking Utah. Utah in 97. Or I guess you can say the Sonics, but come on. We're talking about a team that's not even a fucking team anymore.
6-0, though. That's the thing.
Okay, let's see. Let's run down his finals matchups. Okay, so his
You're telling me LeBron should have lost to... I can excuse... Okay, yeah. When he was with the Cavs and he went... The first
overachieved,
time, Overachieved.
It's like Luka going to the finals this year.
100%. Yeah, no one... I don't think anybody ever talks about that one.
Yeah.
But you're going to say, okay, but they beat that Thunder team. That was a very young and inexperienced Thunder team.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
They lost to the Mavericks. That should have never happened.
Look, that's why I think LeBron needs one more title to excuse that one.
Because I think those two I just said weigh very heavily on that.
Oh, yeah, the Mavs series. That was a tough one. Not a lot of people talk about the 2014 finals when they went back to San Antonio. And
Ray Allen saved LeBron.
No. 2013, that was the Ray Allen one. But then the following year, they met again in the finals, and the Heat were favored to be the three-peat. They were going to three-peat Heatles. And they got shit on. Like, completely. I mean, it was an old Dwayne Wade. I mean, everyone was checked out. Everyone was tired. No one ever been to the finals 4 fucking years. Like, before that, like, LeBron normalized that. Like, no one did that. You know how tiring that is to play into June every year? You're playing an additional at least 20 games every year. Yeah. You played a full-on NBA season after those 4 years. You played 5 NBA seasons already. So, and those guys are all 34, 35. They're old. You got the Birdman. You got Ray Allen, who never played again after that series. You have Shane Battier, old.
But would you agree on this, though?
Mike Miller, Udonis Haslem.
Ray Allen saved LeBron's career.
What do you mean saved?
That shot that he hit in the corner, down 3-2, saved LeBron's whole legacy.
I can say the same thing with John Paxson and Steve Kerr and Scottie Pippen and all these Tony Kukoc, all these guys that made people hit good shots. Like, you can have players.
Here's the thing: you can't say, "Oh, well, Jordan never lost." There's not really he saved him.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get back to the teams he played in the finals. So the first year he plays an old Lakers team, like a very close Magic Johnson getting HIV team. You know, old, Kareem's not even on the team anymore. Whatever, wash. They win in 5. The following year they played Portland. Okay, Clyde Drexler.
Clyde the Dry.
Can you name another guy on the 91 Trailblazers?
No.
Exactly. I think there's a couple of them that whatever. Wash. They're okay. They're finals teams. They're good. They're good.
Then the guy goes and plays professional baseball.
Shut up. No. 92. They played the Suns. Charles Barkley, MVP that year. 62 wins. Really good team.
1-6.
They won in 6. They won in 4 to 2. Whatever. Plays baseball. I can't do it. You know. Maybe allegedly he just got sick of it. His dad died. He wanted to play baseball in his name. I mean, when you're the greatest player of all time, you can just do that. I guess you can just say, "Hey, my dad wanted me to go play another sport." So hell, someone let me to go play another sport. But it was probably...
And it comes back in 3s.
But it was probably because he's a gambling addict, and David Stern knew that. You knew he was going to Atlantic City every night when they were playing the Knicks in the playoffs, and you knew he was losing fucking $200,000, and people saw that shit, and they were like, enough's enough. The guy's scoring 40 points, and he's going on these fucking benders because he's so goddamn good. I think that contributed a little bit to it. So whatever, he goes plays for the fucking... what is it? AAA, AA White Sox team for 2 years.
Balls.
Comes back, loses to the Magic, a young Shaq, Penny Hardaway team, beat the brakes off him. That was the last time he ever lost in the playoffs. Come back, plays the Sonics in 96. I mean, the Sonics are good. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, but what did Sean Kemp's career amount to, really? Like, he was good for fucking 3 years. He's a shittier Zion Williamson now. Jordan had to play that guy. LeBron's fucking killing Zion Williamson if they met up in the playoffs. And then they meet the Jazz the next 2 years. You get an old John Stockton. You get an old Karl Malone, which won MVP that year, by the way. So he's playing MVPs, but these teams are nowhere close to the dynasties that LeBron had to play.
But
he had to play the fucking Spurs, who goes to the finals 6 years and 20 years. They won 50 games in a row for the next 20 years. LeBron had to go against that 3 times. He goes against the Warriors, the greatest teams ever assembled, 4 times. The Mavs series, I can't defend the Mavs series. That was fucked up. That was a choke job. That was really bad. That should have been a win. He played OKC.
Okay.
But what I compare to one of Jordan's finals is LeBron playing the Heat. Because when LeBron met the Heat in the finals, I'm like, do I even watch this series? Like, I know he's going to win. Like, and you damn know that's what everyone thought in the 90s, too, whenever Jordan went against someone in the finals. Because there was, like, no one that's, like, tantamount to LeBron's greatness. Like, there was nobody on that Heat team. But the same on the Bulls team. Like, there was no one that was going against Jordan's head. You know what I mean? Like, there's no 16, 17 Golden State Warriors playing Jordan.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. But it's kind of like the Ronaldo-Messi debate. Now that...
Shout out Argentina.
Fuck that. I don't care. It's now I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. It's harder for me to defend Ronaldo now that he's the greatest because he never got that World Cup win. That's so coveted, which, I mean, I think it's a skewed proportion because if you look at Ronaldo's teams and Messi, nowhere near the same.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you look on, I mean, and that's a fair, I think it's a very fair, you say, well, look who was on LeBron's teams. Look at who was on Ronaldo's teams. Ronaldo moved around a lot. Jordan stayed on one team. I think it's a very close, similar thing. But my thing is, games on the line, I'm taking Jordan over LeBron 100 times out of 0.
I think I think LeBron has more game winners in the playoffs in all time than Jordan does. But you can love the mystique about Jordan. That's fine. That's fair. But LeBron has just as many game winners.
Oh, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying, games on the line, who am I picking to lead my team? I'm picking Jordan 100% of the time.
Okay, that's whatever. I think when you look objectively at it and you just don't look at like what everyone has told you and you look at the stats, which stats can lie to you, like Russell Westbrook getting a triple-double 4 years in 5 years. Really impressive, but does that mean anything in the all-time scheme of things? No.
I think for a player like Westbrook, 100% does.
No, but he beat the Oscar Robertson record. No one thought someone was going to get another triple-double. The average of triple-double the entire year. No one thought that would happen. He did it 4 fucking times. That's really impressive. You can't take anything away from him. But those numbers are a little skewed, I will say, because Russell Westbrook, he does hunt for rebounds for no reason. Agreed. He does stat pad a little bit, and which I don't think LeBron, he definitely stat pads too late in his career. But you can't take away the longevity of fucking LeBron James playing in year 20 and still averaging 28 points and like showing no signs of slowing down. Like he's not even done yet.
I think the technology today helps out him a lot too.
For sure, but
I mean, I think if
we've been having this GOAT discussion about LeBron James and Michael Jordan since 2012, and the guy is still playing. He's still building his resume. Like he's not done. I think LeBron James, honest to God, that's why I really hope he gets traded from the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers could do anything because Anthony Davis has fucking failed us miserably. At least they won a championship, so I can't say completely.
It was Mickey Mouse, though. I think that ring is just as much as Mickey Mouse. And you could say the same. We're both huge Dodger fans.
Yeah, and same thing with our 2020 World Series championship.
It's like, yeah, okay, we still won it, but every game was in Dallas at a neutral site. There's nothing.
Then why didn't any of the other teams win? They had the same opportunity. Bless you.
Thank you.
They had the same opportunity as fucking those same teams. So you can't say that. You really can't say that.
Yes,
everyone was in the same fucking situation.
If you look at every team around any sports league of all time, if you put the Chiefs and let me see, the team out of the AFC and NFC, I think if you put Dallas and the Chiefs in a neutral setting, the Chiefs are probably going to win 7 out of 10 times, maybe 8 out of 10 times. But if you put the Chiefs in at AT&T Stadium, Dallas might win.
Hold on, what are we saying here? Are you saying Jordan's the GOAT?
I've already established that.
You think he's the GOAT?
I'm just saying, I think the 2020 ring, though, definitely falls heavily on LeBron's legacy, too. Because why didn't every other team win? There's no... You're telling me if they're playing the Celtics, they're going playing the Heat that year. They're going to play in Miami. It's not a different atmosphere.
No, because like the Lakers were the first seed that year, and they had the best record in the NBA.
They played in front of babies. Like they played in front of families. There was no intensity in.
Yeah,
the
so did Kawhi Leonard. So did Jokic that year. So did Giannis. So did Durant. All these same guys played in the same environment, and no one won. Look, everyone would have been sucking Kawhi Leonard's dick if he would have pulled that championship off. They would have been like, Kawhi Leonard's a top 3 player of all time. He's unbelievable. 3 different teams, championships.
The reason why people don't talk about Kawhi
no, it's the fucking narratives. It's the narratives of people. Just because LeBron James won, now you're saying Mickey Mouse ring. But if any of those other teams won, you'd be saying, oh, they had to struggle through COVID. They had to battle through. They had to lick their wounds, and they did it. They got it over the top. If Kawhi Leonard would have done that, everyone would have been sucking his
Dodgers,
dick.
Though. I think that if it's in the MLB and they go and play, let's see, they played the Rays. I think if they have to travel coast to coast, it's a completely different series.
But what about those other teams that didn't have to travel? Why is it only the advantage of the winner? Everyone has the same situation. Everyone is in the same outcome.
Yeah, but no one looks at that ring like, wow, like what a ring that one. Like no one looks at that ring like Dirk's ring.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because they do. It was in
years are more iconic. Yeah.
Obviously, I think the Lakers were the best team in the league that year. 100%. No one. I don't think anybody's going to be like, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
In a neutral environment, the best team is going to win. So LeBron's on the best team. Okay. I think. Okay, if LeBron's on the best team, he should win, right?
But he
did win.
He didn't have any home court advantage, too, so everything was neutral. So if there was an away game, he definitely didn't have a home game either then.
I'm just saying, there's no atmosphere there. I think all the game, it was like it was a pickup game almost.
And I say, why is it only benefited LeBron? Why do you say it only benefited LeBron? Why didn't it benefit anyone else?
I just compared it to the Dodgers, though.
Dude, the Dodgers... That was a really good team, and I don't think it was a fluke. They ended up with the next 2 years. They go up and win 110 games in the regular season.
Fire Dave Roberts. Side note.
Did they? Wait, when did that happen?
No, they fire him.
You want to fire Dave Roberts?
He's the worst manager in MLB history.
Who's the manager that gets hired for him? You bring Joe Torre back?
I mean, at this point, anybody than him.
What's wrong with Dave Roberts?
He's gone to the playoff. How many years in a row the Dodgers going to playoffs now? Shit.
3, 4.
No, dude, it's more than that.
They've been really good the last 15 years. Like I remember, like James.
15 years.
I remember like James Loney and Manny Ramirez back in 08.
Oh, Manny Ramirez.
They've been good since then.
Just take it.
I think like 1 or 2 years they were off. I think they've had a couple, 1 or 2 years.
2012 when the Giants won.
That was before they got like Adrian Gonzalez and all those guys.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like teams like that, like neutral environment, they're supposed to win. I think LeBron was on the better team. There's no environment there. It was a pickup game. LeBron won a pickup ring. That's like going to LA Fitness with the best guys and LeBron's team's winning. It's like, all right, LeBron won.
So you're saying it's just all based off talent alone. You're saying the best team. If you're the best team and there's no outside factor other than just who's the better team. Who has the better players?
I think,
and who rose to the top? Who won those games?
I think
LeBron won those fucking games, and so did Anthony Davis. By the way, he played his ass off.
Anthony Davis was a lot to that ring.
I don't know what Anthony Davis was that year. I really don't know what happened to that guy. I don't know what happened. Like I thought we were going to go on a three-peat. Like I thought LeBron's going to chase Jordan.
You knew that he wasn't going to go on a three-peat after that.
Dude, they win the championship. You go to 2021. They sign Montrezl Harrell. They sign Dennis Schroeder, and they kind of changed the entire roster. But like the first couple of weeks of the season, they were first in the West. Before what? What happened? There's a commonality that has happened with the entire fucking Lakers team for the last 4 years. He goes down, and the Lakers plummet to the 8th seed, and and then they go to the playoffs. They go to the playoffs. They fucking play the Suns team. They go to the finals that year against Milwaukee, which no one's ever going to talk about ever. They go to the Suns. They play them the first round, with a healthy Lakers team. They're the 8th seed or the 7th seed. Yeah, the Suns are the 2nd seed and the Lakers are the 7th. They go into that. They're up 2-1. They're up 2-1. Game 4. They're up by 10.
Commonality.
What's the commonality? What fucking happened?
80.
80 goes down. And they lose 3 in a row. They go 4-2. And then Then Pelinka starts shitting on the team. Then Pelinka just starts panicking and shits all over him, signing Melo, Dwight. It's like the cast of 2007. I don't even understand why we do that. I mean, I was all for it. I'm not gonna act like I wasn't all for it. I was super hyped about it, but
I mean, if you look, I think it's kind of hard to construct like year to year. Like LeBron, he's definitely made the free agents and the super team a commonality, but it's hard like year in and year out. Okay, I'm gonna go grab you, all on one roster, and we're gonna win a championship together. I don't think it's that easy.
LeBron is
because if you look at the Warriors, I mean, they're predominantly drafted. That whole team was drafted besides Durant.
I think everyone downplays the gravity that LeBron James brings to an NBA franchise because not only if you were going to be the Warriors, like they had to build through the draft and they had to get extremely lucky and they were able to develop these players to being the players that they are today. But LeBron James is the only player in NBA history to just go on another team, no team chemistry around him, has never played with a guy on that team, and win in their first 2 years. And he did it 4 times. Or no, he did it with 3 different teams. Pretty impressive. Like, I mean, there used to be a joke going around back.
Well, there's another player that has. I mean, it's a different league. There's another player who has done that.
We're talking about basketball, though.
I know. I'm just saying. It's not like
Tom Brady.
That's 2 teams. There's another player that went to 3 different leagues.
Who?
Ronaldo.
Okay, don't break up soccer, please.
It's the greatest game on the planet. I stand by that.
Oh, God. You can't say that here. You're not allowed to say that.
Why?
Because, dude,
It is
not into soccer.
Yeah, exactly. You're not.
You know what?
99% of the planet is.
Yeah, it is the biggest sport in the world.
I tried to watch a match.
Which one?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. The team sounded made up. I don't know. But it was boring as hell.
Didn't Premier League just start back up?
It did.
You pumped? Big bets coming down?
Nothing yet. Still a little early for everything.
All right. Just making sure.
Do you ever find yourself betting soccer games?
All the time.
I can see that being fun.
It's very fun. It's actually probably the easiest sport to bet.
What would the spread be for the World Cup, the world, or what? How do you call it? The championship game?
There's
Argentina versus that. Who do they play in the?
God, you are so uncultured.
That was a World Cup.
They played France.
You just call it the World Cup? Okay, dude, I don't care. I don't know soccer.
You should care though.
If I don't know something, I'll tell you. I don't know soccer at all.
It was a World Cup. Argentina, France.
Okay.
The spread was.
Is it 1 always?
It's usually a half. Usually, well, take this. Man City's the best team in the Premier League, and then you play a team like Southampton. Their spread's going to be Man City minus 1.5.
What would be the biggest spread you would see
in soccer?
Yeah,
2.5. I don't think you'd get.
But
over that.
that's a murder.
Yeah, anytime it's 3-0.
Is it hard to touch that?
No, not at all.
Really?
Well, you have. Everybody forgets, but the money coming in around the world is. If you look at the owners of the Premier League teams, some of the Saudis, they're trillionaires. They can go out and there's no salary cap.
Well, that's not for sure, but allegedly they're trillionaires.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, high billion, low trillion, whatever you want to call it.
They're definitely trillionaires.
They're able to go out and bring in the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So that's why you see always it's a kind of a top heavy sport now.
Is it true though? When it sounds exactly like every other sport, by the way. So when you gamble on a soccer match and it goes into overtime and you see the penalty kicks, that once that happens, that doesn't count for the gambling.
Soccer.
Why is that?
Soccer is 90 minutes plus stoppage time. That is the game. The only time there is extra time in soccer if there is a event outside of your league happening. So take the Champions League. The Champions League. Mm-hmm. It's the top 4 teams in each division around Europe.
Yeah.
But now they spread out to Benfica. Where are they from? It's a Middle Eastern team because Russia got kicked out of it. Mm-hmm. They're completely kicked out of the league.
Is that because of the Ukraine?
Yes. They got kicked out of the World. They qualified for the World Cup and got kicked out. And Ukraine got in actually. Or no, they got into the qualifier to get in, and they ended up losing to who did they lose to? They lost to Portugal. They lost to Ronaldo. And Ronaldo
wow.
But if you take the top 4 teams in each league, and they'll play, so it's kind of like a bracket play first. If you win, you get 3 points. If you draw, you get 1. If you lose, you get 0. And that's why there's no extra time in like the first games of the World Cup. You're like, why is there no extra time? It's because in group stage, you have to have the draw for the 1 point.
So it's about like the point system. Like, how bad are you beating these teams?
It's like hockey in a way, in the point system, how hockey works.
I really don't understand hockey either. I really don't understand those 4th-tier sports.
Who got you into soccer?
I started betting soccer my senior year of high school.
I thought it was junior year.
No, it was senior year. You guys were gone.
Okay.
We're acting like you're some fucking billionaire gambler.
I'm not.
In his Montclair.
I'm very bad at gambling. I'm not a great gambler.
You kind of look like the FTX guy. Like you, it seems
I
like
don't
you'd be working.
You look like Sam Baby.
Don't compare me to Sam.
You seem like
that
a
guy's
guy.
a fucking weirdo.
You seem like a guy you'd be talking to him every day about like, hey, how are we gonna fucking steal money from people?
I don't steal money from people. I'm an honest guy when I bet. I bet only on occasion.
All right. Well, since you're an honest guy, what do you think about the fucking TCU game? And be honest, because you go to TCU and you're the frog guy.
So
go Big Blue.
Here's my opinion. There's two things. Michigan wins 44-21. It's going to be a lopsided victory.
Bold take.
That's the first thing that might happen. But I think if TCU, they come out firing, they get up quick, force a couple turnovers. I think if TCU wins the turnover battle by 2, say it's 3-1, 4-2, whatever it is.
McCarthy's throwing the ball all over the field.
I think if TCU can win the turnover ratio, I think they can win the game by 3 to 6 points. And I think if TCU wins, they win 28-24. If they lose, they get blown out 21-44.
So this is like, I kind of want to like share my opinion on this a little bit. If we already know, like every year it seems like we get one of those teams in the playoffs where they're not going to beat anyone, like Michigan State. You get Cincinnati. You get
Washington.
Notre Dame. Did Notre Dame make a playoff? Yeah,
they did.
You get Notre Dame. I got Washington. I can't put Washington in there. That was a good Washington team. I think if they didn't play that Bama team, they probably would have beat.
Well, it's the Alabama Invitational.
Well, okay, so I'm getting that. If you get these like teams that like they're not gonna win, like we all know TCU's not gonna win.
Well, I think you can say the same thing. We all know Michigan and Ohio State, and they're not beating Georgia.
But those are competitive.
No, I don't really think they are.
I think those are very competitive.
I think Georgia beats Ohio State 38-14.
Like, why not get a better match? Like, okay, I know the integrity of the playoffs, and you can't. They went undefeated, or they lost in the championship game, by the way,
by 3
they go
overtime.
They go 12-1. Okay,
we already beat K-State too.
You know they're not going to beat anyone in the playoffs. Why not just throw in a 2-loss Bama team in there and let's watch a good Bama versus Michigan matchup, or an Ohio State versus Michigan and Bama, like rivals?
Because
they're the 4 best teams. They're the 4 best
TCU,
teams.
though, is going to give them a run for their money.
No, they're not. You just admitted that they're going to have to shit the bed to get close.
No, I'm not saying they just have to come out hot, get up 14-0 quick, and win the turnover margin. I think they can win the game.
I just don't. I mean, so it's a lot of things have to happen. A lot of things have to happen for them to win, and I think.
But that's the same thing with Ohio State. A lot of things are going to have to go right for them to beat Georgia.
I think Georgia got screwed getting matched up with Ohio State. Like, that's the worst team to play.
Really?
You can't put a 1-loss Ohio State team that didn't make the playoff or didn't make the conference championship over a 1-loss TCU team that played. I mean, everybody forgets. I know they're not their schedule. Everybody says it's Mickey Mouse. It was the 9th hardest schedule in the nation.
So do you think TCU beats?
They beat 5 ranked opponents.
Okay, but like, do you think TCU beats Ohio State if they were matched up?
I think it's fair. I think Michigan and Ohio State, both a TCU could definitely, if they come out hot and force, win the turnover ratio by 2, they can win the game.
I think if Ohio State played TCU, I think the spread would probably be like 9.5.
I think it'd be 7.5.
Who's that? Is that?
What is that?
Whose car is that?
I don't know.
Is that Bassman?
No, dude, that's a rip. That sounds like a nice truck or
It's a
something.
nice truck.
That does sound like a
Something
nice
out
truck. I don't know, man. Like,
But okay,
I like
here's the
Max
difference.
Duggan. I like Max Duggan.
I love
side.
Duggan too. I think he was number 2 Heisman final. I think that was well deserved. I think Caleb was the better player of the college football year this year. That's just my.
Caleb balled out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take that away.
But when was the last time any of those teams you just named, the Notre Dame, the Washington, the Cincinnati, did they have a Heisman candidate on their team?
You can argue Washington. You had Jake Browning, the Michigan State team. You had that one running back.
But there wasn't
Connor Cook. You could say Cincinnati, Desmond Ritter. You could say Notre Dame, Antiteo. Who was the guy?
Antiteo was way before college. Was he?
They were in the national championship game in 2012. But I'm trying to think, what was the year where they made the playoffs? Was that
They got blown out by Bama, and everyone was pissed. I was pissed.
They got like
that was 29.
They got like
it was 19. It was 19.
Bro, they lost like 30-0. But so did Michigan State. That's what I mean, though. Like, why are we putting ourselves through that?
But I think TCU's different because you have a projected first wide receiver going into the draft this year, Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
You do have a Heisman finalist who was number 2. I mean, I think if Max Duggan, if they don't go for 2 in that championship game and kick the field goal and they win that game, Duggan's the clear Heisman winner. I don't think there's a doubt. Kendre Miller is first team Big 12. And there's 2 guys on the defensive side that got first team All-American. Those were better accolades than any of the other teams had.
Do you think TCU beats SC if they played?
This year?
Yeah.
I think it would be a shootout, but I think TCU could win because I think TCU's defense could have stopped.
What are we
TCU's front 6 is
it's
fucking
solid.
ridiculous,
It's
dude.
very
Their
good.
D-line is something else.
I think that TCU could stop
Eli left.
Oh, he really? He took off?
Yeah. I was wondering why he did that. To me, he's gonna go get some pussy, I think.
Oh my God. Good for the guy. Whatever.
I think TCU could stop USC
46.
3 to 4 times in a game. I don't think USC could have stopped that offense.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about because I could ask you the same question. Do you think Bama beats SC? Yes.
Yes.
Do you think Bama beats TCU? Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Yes. I think TCU's a lot. I've been to every game. I've been to every game this year besides 2. They're a good football team.
I just thought the point of the playoffs was to get the best teams in the playoff. So if we want to be politically correct and give it to them, that's fine. But we're not putting the best teams in there.
I don't think TCU's that's the politically correct.
It definitely is a little politically correct. I can't believe they didn't They should have put TCU with. They should have played them against Georgia because that would have been laughable. That would have been very.
But the
laughable.
only thing that does, because if you're looking from an outside perspective,
which we are,
every team this year that lost dropped automatically. Didn't matter who it was. Every team that lost dropped. TCU was the only team this year who was in the top 10 that lost and didn't go down a ranking. So I would agree with you on that. TCU should be playing Georgia right now. But at the same time, I'm not putting a one-loss Ohio. I think TCU's resume is better than a one-loss Ohio State.
I can attest to that for sure.
I think that, and that's the reason why should they have gone down statistically looking at the whole season? Yes, 100% they should have dropped. Every other team dropped down. But you can't put that Ohio State team over TCU. You can't put the Utah team over. You can't put the USC team. And I don't think
I agree. I think
Bama.
You can't, based off how the system is right now. But I think
the
if we were being honest with ourselves and we said who are the best teams in college football? Who are the best 4 teams in college football? You're not putting TCU in that top 4.
They're top 5 though right now.
Well, then that makes my point.
You can always argue it that Alabama should be in. I mean, is a 4-loss Alabama team probably a top 5 team in the country even if they lost to? But I mean, if you look at Alabama's losses, on the road
they lost by 2 to LSU. Oh, they lost by 1 point to LSU
and 3 to Tennessee.
Yeah. I mean, in Tennessee, what do they? I mean, but those are bad losses looking at them now.
But TCU went down to Texas, same as Alabama, and played Texas way better.
Conference game.
I don't think that a conference game has anything to. I mean, it's conference game, SEC.
Who's the only team you think can actually beat Georgia
this year?
Yeah,
no one. I don't think anybody can.
Who has the best shot of beating Georgia? Who does have take
Michigan,
top 10?
Michigan. I think for sure Michigan.
You think they have a better chance than Bama?
I think they have a big enough O-line to match up against.
They won O-line of the year.
Yeah, I would say the only reason Michigan because they have a better O-line than everybody.
Dude, I'm riding with Michigan this college football playoff.
I'm rooting for them. Yeah,
I am there with them, bro. Holy shit! I'm pumped.
I don't want to see Georgia win because I'm not a Stinson Bennett fan.
I think it would be really cool if he went back to back.
But does that make him the greatest college quarterback of all time?
No, it's been done before. Tebow won it twice.
Tebow's one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time.
He is the greatest
100%.
college quarterback of all time. He won Heisman too.
That liner.
Liner, God. You know, he's a little overrated to me. He's a little bit overrated.
He was on a damn good team.
He was on a damn good team. But Stinson Bennett's on.
I mean,
Shit.
you could
No,
argue the
damn
greatest
good
SC
team.
team of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's more Stetson Bennett than Tebow, though, or Manziel, one of those like electrifying players that really elevated a team.
I know. I think Stinson Bennett works well in that system. I hate the system thing. Talk even with Jalen Hurts, like, oh, he's winning because of the system. I think if you put any other top quarterback in, I think if you put Caleb Williams on Georgia, that team is so untouchable and it's not even close.
I agree with that.
But I mean,
You can't discredit the guy though, because it is Georgia at the end of the day, and you do have to be the top.
I think if you put JT Daniels on that team, which he did start a couple games on that team, but people do forget JT. I'm still a big fan. I loved that guy. He shouldn't have left USC, in my opinion. I think he got screwed over. But Clay Helton, horrible coach, horrible leadership during that.
Yeah, because he's doing really well at West Virginia.
It's West Virginia.
Exactly. I think if
you
you can't discredit, you cannot
I'm not
discredit.
discrediting
No,
the guy.
Stetson Bennett had to beat out 5-star quarterbacks. He was a walk-on, dude. He was a walk-on, had to beat out like 4 5-star guys to even get a chance to be on the fucking field, and he did it, and he's excelled at it.
But I think
that takes
if you
something.
put any
That takes a special individual.
I think if you put any other above average quarterback on that Georgia team right now, they're in the same position as they were. I don't think Stinson Bennett changes. I don't think Stinson Bennett changes that team.
Do you think Max Duggan's better than Stetson Bennett?
100%. I would take Duggan. I think Duggan's a better leader. I think Duggan has more mobility in the pocket. He could get out of certain situations Bennett can't. Pass accuracy, I mean, Stinson Bennett's throwing to receivers who will be in the NFL. Duggan's throwing to receivers that will be in the NFL.
So you think Duggan's doing the same thing at Georgia?
100%. 100%.
I think if Duggan,
I think Duggan gets drafted this year? No.
I think based off last year, I think Duggan is probably the 4th-string quarterback at Georgia.
Off of last year? Well,
Yeah, going into the
Gary
year.
Patterson almost ruined that program. He built it all the way
built
up.
the program, Giancarlo.
But at the end, there was a lot of shady stuff going on. Players didn't show up for 2 weeks, is what he said in the locker room.
What did he say in the locker room?
He said the N-word in the locker room.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can't really. That's a tough one. Was it a hard?
I think that's what I heard. And
Yeah, I mean that guy was. Yeah, you have to leave after that.
yeah,
that's
which
tough.
he did.
That's tough. What was I gonna say? Fuck, you just dropped that one on me, and now I don't even know what I'm. I was just gonna ask you something.
But I think Duggan. Yeah, I think Duggan would work great in the Georgia system. 100%.
I don't think Duggan gets the job. I don't think he can earn it.
If you're,
I think you have to earn it. You have to be like a military commander to get that job at Georgia. It's like you're getting a Ferrari. You're getting the
Duggan
keys.
earned that
Don't
job
crash
at
the car. Do not crash the car.
Duggan earned that job at TCU. That he wasn't the starter this year.
You guys are raising from the rooftop saying he's awful. Bench him.
I was one of the only. I have witnesses to attest this. I was pissed when Chandler Morris got the start versus Colorado this year.
You were probably one of the biggest pieces of shit I know. Because I
wanted
remember
Duggan.
you in the beginning of the season
I
saying
wanted
you're like TCU might not win more than 4 games.
TCU 3 games. That was. Hey, it was a bad prediction. I did not.
One of the worst predictions you could have made out of the entire year.
But
You made the shittiest prediction.
Let's see. I'm there the first year. I go to every game. We go 5 and 6.
I don't know.
Well, we were a horrible team last year, and I thought under a new coach, I didn't think that the waters were going to be that smooth going through this year. I thought it was going to be a little chop. I mean, I thought, yeah, we could get 5-6 games, get a bowl game, but I didn't. No one predicted TCU to win over 7 games this year.
Oh no.
So, I
SC
mean-
too. They're like kind of in the same category a little bit.
No, you figured SC
You
too,
figured.
with Lincoln Riley
I don't think
coming
you
over.
figured SC to.
They
go.
were saying 8 though. Like they were going to win 8. They weren't
I
going
would
to be
say
this good.
SC overachieved, but you forget who's TCU's offensive coordinator.
Are you saying Lincoln's brother?
Lincoln's brother. Look at the offenses. They're doing very similar numbers.
It's Sonny Dykes, dude. Look what he did at SMU. That guy's he's a really good coach.
I don't credit Sonny Dykes with the whole entire season.
I
think he's a good.
You
He's
bring
a
in
good
the culture. As the coach, you bring in the culture.
I think Garrett Riley is one of the head reasons that where the reason our offense excelled and why Max is I think if Chandler Morris is in, I think he could have been a Heisman finalist. Do I think we would have been 11-0? Maybe not.
What happened to Chandler Morris?
High ankle sprain week one, and
Just never saw a shot again.
And then it was kind of like Jameis and Andy Dalton this year.
Damn. Oh yeah, Jameis is healthy.
It's bullshit. J-Bo should be he should be starting in a team in the
You don't
NFL
know
right
what's going on right now in
100%.
the locker room. There's something happening. Why is he not getting played? Is he having bad
Let's
practices?
let's not switch to NFL real quick. I want to finish this.
Okay, go
Doug
ahead.
and Kyle.
Go ahead.
I think Garrett Riley and the strength and conditioning coach. Oh, what's his name? He's one of those, like, if you look, TCU's bigger and stronger than they were last year. And it is very obvious. If you look at tape from last year and this year, it's a whole different team. They're bigger, they're stronger. And the recruits, I don't think the recruits changed that much by bringing Dykes in.
It's going to be so unlikely for them to win the national championship this year. If they actually win the next 2 games, they're going to make a movie off of them.
Why not?
No, I'm saying, like, it's so unlikely. There's a movie. There's a movie to be talked about.
I don't think it's that unlikely.
I think it's very unlikely.
I mean, everybody see, dude, Alabama went to Texas, and Texas almost beat them.
Yeah.
Without Ewers.
Yeah.
TCU went down to Texas with Ewers and beat them handily.
You can't compare that. You can't compare matchups like that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Why can't
Dude,
you?
because football is so different. It's all based off matchups. You have to go into Austin, Texas. You normally play Texas football. You're playing Sark, who knows the offense at Bama. He was the OC there. He knew exactly what they do. He could game plan them like a motherfucker. He knows their tendencies. That's a tough game to get out of. And especially with the Alabama team, that's probably been one of the shittiest Bama teams in the last 12 years. To go in there and beat them, it's actually really impressive. But whatever, I digress.
TCU's defense put Bijan Robinson to 29 yards that game. They didn't score a touchdown on offense. They got the late defensive touchdown, but they didn't score a touchdown. So I don't get like, it's the game planning. I don't understand how that game is that much. There's not that much of a difference there. Truthfully, if you're looking at it, I don't think there's.
If you really want to talk about a Big 12 quarterback, I'm going to talk about Baker Mayfield because that's why the OU helmet's there.
I love Baker.
Unlike Duggan, he won the Heisman, and unlike Duggan, he's going to play. He played a good college football playoff game against Georgia in the Rose Bowl, double overtime. That was fun.
It was a fun game.
Duggan is probably going to be losing 41-10.
No,
at some point.
I don't think it gets that out of hand.
Are you even going to comment on the fucking Rams thing? I'm wearing a Rams jersey.
I'm getting there. I'm getting to
Fuck
NFL.
you. Hey,
you went on your damn NBA rant for so long. Because you're mad at the world that LeBron's not getting the help that he deserves.
I hope to God he gets traded.
We're not going back.
You think he has help? You think LeBron has help?
No.
Okay, go back. Okay, that's it. Go back. Go back to TCU.
So did that OU team deserve to be in the playoffs then?
Here, just talk a little bit more into it. What?
Did that OU team deserve to be in the playoffs?
With Baker?
Yeah.
Which year?
17, right?
So yeah, last year? Without a doubt.
So, but like, where's the difference? I think it's the culture around each thing.
No, it definitely is. I mean, people are definitely more biased towards blue bloods because you expect them to be normally good, and so when you see a team that's not typically in that,
but people forget that TCU was snubbed from the playoffs once before because the Big 12 didn't have a championship game.
Because Baylor beat them.
No, they didn't.
Baylor beat them that year.
They were undefeated
in 2014.
They were undefeated that year
in 2014 or 2013. 2013.
No, it was
2013. Bryce Petty. Baylor beat them that year. They came back from 21 down, and they were. I remember this too because TCU going into that last week, they were the 4th seed, and they beat the shit out of Iowa State by 60,
58-3.
and then Ohio State ended up jumping them because Ohio State's better. And actually, where the fuck is Trayvon Boykin? That guy was really good.
He went to the Seahawks, undrafted, punched a cop in the face, and now he's doing community work. I'm pretty sure. But I know he did punch a cop in the face.
Dude, he was so good.
The funnest player to play with in NCAA.
He was so
NCAA 14, Trayvon Boykin.
Oh, if you updated the rosters?
No, he was a backup.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You had to update the rosters to make him good. Like, because he wasn't like, what was the last game? 14?
Yeah.
So that was like based off the 2013 season.
Yeah.
He wasn't even doing anything.
Yeah, but he had the speed fact. His speed was still the same.
Or wasn't it one of those things where it's kind of like how Duggan happened this year where like Trayvon wasn't like there wasn't big expectations for him to do well, and then he started in 2013 and just balled the fuck out like Duggan.
I think that because in the NCAA game, you have to put Boykin in. There's
Yeah.
someone. Was that Dalton?
No, Andy Dalton was 2011.
Was 11?
Yeah, it was 11.
Who was the other quarterback?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It was the same number. That's why I'm just trying to think.
What was?
Boykin was fun. I mean, he's a fun player.
He's really fun.
He was a great player.
But wait, okay, what was your point? They got snubbed? I don't think they got snubbed that year.
Half the country would probably disagree with
Oh,
that.
actually, no, they were 3. They were the 3 seed, and they jumped to 6.
Mm-hmm.
They went back to 6. See, like, you don't play with someone like that. That's like a girl jerking you off, and you're about to finish.
And they stopped.
And like right when you're about to like, finish, she's just like, I'm good. I'm gonna go talk to the other guy.
Yeah,
That's exactly what that was
that's
like.
a fair analogy.
I mean, they should have always put him at 5. I don't know why they were playing with their hearts like that.
I think there's a difference between the best team and the team that's more credited.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 12. That's why the 12-team playoffs is going to be so beneficial.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Because there's no debate that TCU should have been. I mean, everybody was debating should TCU be in, TCU out. They're 100% in with the 12-team playoff.
I think waste of time.
What is?
The 12-team playoff.
Why is it a waste of time?
Because I don't know why we're trying to make this March Madness. We know who the better teams are.
It's not March Madness, but
You want Tulane playing Georgia next week?
what is Tulane officially ranked? Are they 12 or 16?
I think they're 14 or something. They're playing SC in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, that game.
Do you want to watch that game?
No, USC and people who are going to try to diss USC because they hate them because they think they're a privileged school. Don't look at that game too.
They aren't.
Everybody hates everybody hates USC because they're not USC.
That's a fair statement.
Like every kid, I mean, a lot of kids in California growing up, it was either USC or UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to trust a guy who's a UCLA fan. It's like liking the Clippers.
Kind of is. It's like no one.
It's like liking
Everybody wishes deep down, like, do I wish I was at USC?
Yeah.
Deep down, like I love all my friends. TCU is an amazing place. I love all my friends there. Deep down, though, you're telling me I wouldn't want to be a part of that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
I wouldn't want to be a part of this Lincoln team going forward.
UCLA is beautiful, though. It's so hard to imagine how they don't get those guys. Like, dude, SC's in South Central. Like, it's not the best area. Like, it is like a paradise at UCLA.
I would agree.
It is gorgeous.
Let's see, I'm looking at the Tulane rating.
I think
Tulane's 16, USC's 10.
Where the fuck does a team like Tulane come from?
They beat K-State.
So what does that mean? Does that mean Tulane's better than TCU? Based off what you were just telling me?
I think K-State definitely down the stretch proved that, okay, it's a slip. I think a lot of college teams, they have, I mean, Notre Dame lost to Marshall this year.
And then Notre Dame beat the brakes off of Clemson.
Yeah, so for what, Marshall's a better team than Clemson?
No, I'm saying you can't compare matchups like that. I think there's different matchups for different teams that play
Well,
better.
that's where Tulane, that's how they got their, and they beat, I think they beat Cincinnati in there.
Yeah, but Cincinnati wasn't the team. They lost Fickle already, and they don't have Desmond Ritter, and they lost a couple, like Pierce, the receiver, lost a couple guys on that team.
Let me see. Tulane.
Pretty good.
They beat UCF in their final, number 22 UCF, and then they beat number 24 Cincinnati.
Was Cincinnati 24 at one point?
Mm-hmm. And then they...
Okay, in conclusion, though,
they beat...
TCU should not be in the playoffs.
They should.
They should not.
100%. Just because you're a huge football... Joseph, a lot of the people do not understand football from your eyes because you are a quarterback. You've played on the Division I level. They don't see the same things as you.
So you're saying I'm wrong because of that?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. But from the public eye, everybody wants that. Everybody's rooting for the Cinderella story. You might be the only person that's not rooting for TCU this week.
No, I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny if they won, but I don't think they're going to beat Georgia. I think it's laughable to assume that they have a chance to win.
OU's team never
Watch
had
them win. Watch them win now.
Yeah.
Watch them fucking beat the shit out of
Fade Joseph. That's the one thing I know.
I will. You know what? You want to make a bet?
What's the bet?
Okay. No, you name it. Name the fucking bet. If TCU beats Michigan, what am I doing? What do I have to do? Come up with something.
Shave your head?
I'll shake my head. If they
What do I have to do?
Well, no, that we already know they're going to lose. That's why I'm going to. Yeah, I'll
So it's just a one-way bet.
pay me $100.
I'll give you 50.
Give me 50.
I don't know if I like that. I don't feel like I get the same joy out of that. If I want some money, I would want money in return if I'm betting money.
I'm shaving my head, Sacco.
Well, I would feel like there's something like I would have to do.
You want me to pay you for shaving my head? What are you?
No.
What are you asking for?
I don't know. It's like I have to like jump in the freezing cold pool.
I'll go
or something.
I will literally go bald if they lose.
If Michigan loses, you'll go bald.
I'll go fucking bald if TCU.
Straight razor to the head.
Straight
Razor to the head, like gas.
We're going to
like
the
HA
boys.
gas shit, yeah. Like I'll fucking do it if they lose,
And then also let's see what could I do.
and then you'll pay me 50 when Michigan wins.
Can I get a spread?
No, fuck you. They have to beat them. Fuck you. I'm shaving my head.
So it's a money line bet now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Michigan's going in as like 8-point favorites. I bet
7.5.
7. Just guessed. Full touchdown. That's a kind of a scary one. I think I would take TCU on that spread.
It's the 7.5. It's the halves that fuck
It's
you up.
fucking me up right now. Like they're gonna score more than a touchdown to win. I'll shake my head. We can document this too.
How about this? I'll buy you a full meal at Compi.
Why can't you just give me $50?
I feel like dinner's better. I don't feel as guilty. It's like just handing you a straight 50.
You won't feel guilty at all when
You know
I'm
what?
shaving
Fuck
my
it,
head
yeah.
and I'm
I'll
crying.
go $50. $50. TCU. Fucking hell, boys, please win this.
They're not gonna win.
Joseph shaves his head. Clip that.
Fuck you. Don't tell us what to clip.
Clip that.
Okay, let's segue into like the NFL now. Who do you think like you do the top 10s, you help out with the TikTok a little bit, and hopefully you get better.
Hey, it's doing pretty good.
I know, I like it. I think you just have to be consistent with it.
I'm not done drinking my water.
Fuck you. I think you need to be. Yeah, you just got to be on the ball about it, dude. If you're doing this for 2 straight years, you'll be known as like, okay, yeah, like people will expect that feed from you,
Yeah.
and then you'll eventually be getting like
Let's
100,000
see
views on each.
Let's see what that
post.
video is at right now. What we just posted.
Nothing crazy, I bet.
I don't think it's anything crazy, but it's something.
I'm gonna say under 200.
Same.
Ooh.
Going to 150.
Let's see.
God, this water's really good.
Really good.
Really
Proud
Stallion
source.
Sports.
God damn it. Where do you get it from?
Yeah.
Verdugo.
You get it from Verdugo?
Wait, did you check on the Stallion or did you check on
there.
Backhouse?
Check on Backhouse.
That's 40 on Stallion, and then
It's obviously more on Backhouse because
the last one got way more on mine.
When is
And then
this?
385 on Backhouse.
All right, it's not bad. Fuck.
3 comments.
it's the brand.
3 comments. W didn't miss at all.
Who said that?
User 183948574829929.
I hate that, dude. Can you just tell us who you are.
They will not beat the Lions. Sorry, bud. That's responding to
About Green Bay?
Green Bay. And then
I like the Green Bay train.
and then Judson Willitfong. That's a weird last name.
Don't say that. You don't know who he is.
I don't know. And he said solid. And I respect. I mean, yeah. I think I'm getting some positive feedback.
So when you get affirmation from like your top 10s, you feel like all giddy and shit because
I
people
think
agree
it's-
with you.
Honestly, I'd rather respond to the hate comments than the good comments.
I think we should make a thing out of that. Like if someone like is talking shit to you on the
Someone
comment
last
section-
week in the comment section goes, "You're a clown. Look at your room decor." I had an American flag and a USC helmet in the background
clown.
because of American flag and a USC helmet. And I responded to it because that one pissed me off.
No,
more
what
than
else did
any-
you have? The fucking bobblehead shit and the NASCAR thing in the background?
No, all you could see. I had it at the head. You could only see the American flag and then the USC helmet in the corner.
Do you ever like click on their account and see what they are?
I responded to. Let me go back to the.
I've always wondered people who like actually comment on things.
I just think of it like a big fat guy just sitting behind his computer.
Like are you thinking of like the
He said this person
like the
is
guy from South Park?
Yes, exactly. That's literally who I picture.
Rachel
Such
Ann.
a good fucking.
Rachel.
Let's watch that. Dude. It's so good.
Rachel Ann goes, "You're a
Let's do
straight
it right now. Just put it on now.
Rachel Ann goes, "You're a straight up hater. You told on yourself with your room decor." And I responded, "An American flag and USC
It
helmet."
sounds like she's got a little crush on you.
like,
Your room decor is a little messy.
it's all gone.
Yeah, that's what he got for Christmas.
All
They were
gone, all
doing
gone
that.
today. Everything in
Like
there.
all the NASCAR shit.
That's going down. We're redoing the basement. We're gonna put the cars down there.
Basement's gonna be dope.
Yeah, pool
Wait,
table.
do you guys actually like want that?
We're gonna some of those like Kevin Harvick ones.
No, but you actually want all those cars?
There's gonna those are collectible items.
So you actually want them?
Oh, 100%. Because those are the Kevin
I was
Harvick.
going to ask if we can have them in here.
We have one.
I can give you a couple of them.
Yeah, where is the NASCAR one?
It's inside.
I said we are gonna
Blaine
fucking
Perkins.
I shout out Blaine Perkins. You haven't watched that one. It's a funny one. Oh my God. I wish we had Dallas here right now.
That would have hit him right in the head.
Dude.
How is Cam? I feel like I haven't talked to him in a minute.
I know. Where the fuck is Dallas?
I don't know. We're gonna have a good time in Slow. You guys are having a good time.
I might be going
To where?
slow.
Really?
Yeah, Gracie invited me to come with that whole group.
Are you just going to
be
be like a slut when it comes to like who you're going
Can you
with for
just,
fucking
like-
New Year's?
Can you just watch your tone? a
You
little
just told me you're going to Arizona.
bit? Yeah, but I got invited here, and then I also have Mammoth in the back pocket. It's still the corner pocket.
You're such a simp.
Are you actually going with those girls?
I mean, if there's a spot to sleep,
You guys going to
maybe
make
I have.
sandcastles on the beach?
You know what? That'd be a fun activity.
You guys going to bake cookies
I
together?
would love to bake cookies. I don't think that's such a horrible idea.
Do you think it's like a cool feeling knowing that like, hey, I can drink more than the group I'm with right now? Does that give you power finally?
I don't look at it like that.
It seems like you do. Because it seems like every time you're with us, you know you're the pussy of the group when it comes to drinking.
I don't think that's that at all.
Everyone knows.
I think you look at it like it's a competition when I'm just trying to have a good time.
Everyone knows.
It's not a competition. It's not a. It's not a.
When we got a squad rolling down on a Friday night and we're drinking, we know who's the lightest weight, who's the biggest lightweight in the group, and everyone would point unanimously and say Sacco.
I think Dallas would probably take
Sacco.
the
Dallas would drink you under the table.
No.
I beg to differ.
I think Dallas would drink him under the table.
No.
I've never seen Dallas throw up besides that one time.
throwing up has nothing. Okay, throwing up has nothing to do with anything.
Sacco pulls
yes, it
trigger all the
does.
time.
Yes, it does. Can you hold it in?
It clears your hangover so much more in the morning.
Can you hold it in?
Before you go to bed, if you pull trigger, I swear it is a hangover remedy. You
Probably
don't-
for the week.
So why wouldn't you do it? If it helps you not wake up feeling like a bag of crap in the morning, why wouldn't you do it? I don't understand the point.
I think you need to understand what you're doing. You're going out in the first place. You're trying to have a good night, and you're going to suffer in the morning because of it. You can't fight it. Don't fight the fucking feeling in the morning. You know it's going to happen.
I want to fight.
Just
the feeling.
enjoy yourself. Don't be the fucking little girl in the background throwing up, blowing chunks because you feel like I'm not going to want to hang over in the morning.
But if you're walking back to your room and you're pretty hammered, there's a chance that you throw up on yourself in the middle of the night. Not saying like that could very seriously happen.
And that happens to you after like 5 beers?
See, that's what I'm saying. If you throw up before you go to bed, you wake up feeling better.
Yeah.
And you take a lot of the risk factor out. I don't understand what is wrong with that?
It just sounds soft. Just a soft thing to do.
No, dude, you know me, I'm a yacker. Come on.
But John, you can fucking drink, dude. John Paul can drink.
You know what, dude? I don't know if I threw up. I don't think I did throw up after your party because, goddamn it, I was hungover for fucking 2 days straight.
And I know for damn well I did it, and I was hungover for 2 days straight.
Dude, fuck me, man. I blacked.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, the biggest lightweight. Yeah, you left at like 9:30.
He left at like 11.
I had work in the morning.
Didn't even have a little.
It was so much fun, though.
It was
the time
fun.
being there.
Left the limoncello out. That was so much fun.
I didn't touch the limoncello.
That's a lie. I have a video.
No, you don't. I didn't touch the limoncello.
What are you talking about?
The limoncello.
I drank the limoncello.
Out of the bottle?
You
Out of the
came
bottle?
up to me. Yeah, the lemon thing on the lemon glass.
What color was it?
It had lemons on it. It was white with the lemons.
That's how I know he didn't drink it.
No, that's the one that you guys had this
100%
year.
the limoncello.
The bottle, it was like a big bottle of limoncello.
Do you even
and it was like a
remember?
white bottle. It had lemons.
It was
No,
yellow.
you don't even fucking
No,
remember.
dude,
was
that
yellow.
was last year.
He doesn't
I-
remember. You don't even remember.
How about this? It's December 27th. God damn it, dude. The Christmas. It's over
It's
with.
sad. It's honestly sad. I love Christmas.
The
more than
Christmas
anything.
season is
I know
going
there's-
till the 10th.
Yeah.
I think this tree is year round.
Me and my sister were talking. What is the over under on the average day in America of when they take their tree down?
My mom got mine down ours down yesterday.
Wow.
I'm gonna say
My sister said 8.5. She said 7.5 days.
They
For that-
die.
I say 2
They
weeks.
die if you have a real tree.
I say 2 weeks. 2 weeks after.
No way.
I think the average, dude.
I say 3 to 4 days.
the tree in my house in there. It's gonna be there for till mid-February.
Yeah, I know, but that's a fake tree. I'm talking real trees.
Yeah,
3
I
or
remember,
4.
Yeah, but
I
who
remember
gets
just fine.
most people get
was
fake
yellow.
trees.
Okay, but yeah, no, honestly, I think there was a white one being passed around because
I do remember a white one.
It was all yellow.
That was it.
Thank God I didn't touch that.
I said there was lemons on the fucking thing. How specific do I have to get?
White's different than yellow.
I think honestly 2 weeks. Like because
No way.
what's the percentage of people that get real trees?
I still get a real tree.
Do you actually? Do like I bet most people get fake trees.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm giving it 3 to 4 days.
Well, because you got to think a lot of people are.
That's the average around the.
That's
nation?
what I'm saying.
3 to 4 days.
You got to think a lot of people are out of the country though, or like on vacation.
Not a lot of people.
Oh, you can see the airport problem around America due to the weather.
Yeah,
I think a lot of those people, they're still traveling. I mean, people come home from traveling. I don't think their first thing is like, let's just lay down for a little bit. Not, we got to get this tree out of here.
I kind of like to enjoy it a little bit more.
I do too. I don't like to take mine down until after the Rose Bowl.
I'm a little hesitant with to take this one down. I
I
really like this tree.
It's a good looking tree.
Good looking tree.
When do you think we take it down? I think the next one we probably have to take it down for tomorrow night.
I think after the Rose Bowl.
Why? I didn't even know who put
three
Snoop
white-
up there.
I just did.
Oh,
did.
that's so funny. I have one.
You
I
have
it.
one of those?
I do. Yeah, my mom bought it.
This year you just got it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Have you had it?
I got it for Christmas this year.
Dude, how funny is it? Dude, it's so apropos.
I fucking love it. Dude,
Dude, that's staying up year round.
dude, that's Snoop double G right there, dude. He's just fucking chilling on there like a little
Smoking
fucking,
a doob.
a little tree stump. That's the fucking trend. Smoking a little joint ski with Elon Musk. I think it brings the room together.
It really
definitely
does.
ties it together.
I love it.
I think the one thing that should stay though is the Clark Griswold.
I love Clark. I'm a huge Chevy Chase guy. Huge.
I think Bill Murray's better.
Yeah.
I'm a Bill Murray guy.
I agree, but I don't see a Bill Murray cutout anywhere from fucking Raising Cane's.
And do you have an iconic Christmas movie?
But I think
Does he?
it's
He actually
summertime.
might.
I think
don't know.
I think
don't wanna
Baywatch
take
has
that
to
one
come back in.
Wait, what?
I think Baywatch.
Baywatch is done for. Those
Baywatch
bitches
is
are
crippled.
Dude.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like that's more like in
You
the
okay? You know
summertime.
what? Get that to stand up straight.
Yeah,
when we're done.
try right now.
Those
Try right
things-
now.
I'm not going to go out of my way to stand it up.
Baywatch is on the IR.
Baywatch
not
might
coming
be
back.
sidelined for life.
Baywatch is Baywatch is basically Matt Stafford right now.
I'm
Hate
so
to
happy
see
that
it.
he won a Super Bowl.
I'm so happy too.
I mean, that guy deserved. I mean, that would be like. I'm trying to think. Who is like a good comparison? Like that guy that finally got it. It's like Dirk almost. It's like Dirk would it.
It is a little bit like
It's
Dirk.
a little bit like Dirk.
who's like an NFL guy though.
That's what I'm trying. He is the NFL guy.
No, but I mean like another NFL dude that's like kind of like that. Flacco was young. Fuck, Nick Foles. No, but like this dude Stafford's a weird situation because he is really good.
He's a
First
great
overall
quarterback.
pick.
He's on the Lions for too damn long.
Yeah, ruined.
I think if Megatron stays a little longer, they could have had something special up
It's
there.
Detroit. There's certain franchises that just can't do anything right, or they can't get the right formula.
I don't know. Big Dan Campbell might turn the boys around.
I like
over
Dan.
there.
I'm a big Dan Campbell guy.
Did you watch Hard Knocks?
I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
dude, it was a good one. It was a really fucking good one.
Dude, he's an entertainer.
He is, dude, and
a
his
fucking
deep ass
entertainer.
voice.
But I think that's what you almost want in an NFL coach. You kind of want someone to be able to entertain. Like Sean McVay, I mean, bad season this year, but he's an entertaining guy.
He has a podcast with Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan, I think he's like I say every week on the top 10, greatest offensive mind in the nation.
I think the wave that you're seeing in the NFL right now is just people are going young because it's like the old school
You can't
thought
teach-
of football. Like the old school thought of football is fading. They're like fading into the light. Like people like Belichick.
Andy Reid though has been evolving.
He's always
evolving.
been, yes. Well, it's really easy when you have Pat Mahomes and you have that guy, the greatest quarterback of all time.
Why am I
really saying
blanking
that.
on the Steelers coach?
Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin. I think he's out of a job. in
I think
2
he's
years.
elite.
I think he would be a great defensive coordinator.
I think Mike Tomlin is elite. The fact that they're 7-8 right now.
He's a great leader. I feel like you have to get an offensive
Name a
mind.
guy on the Steelers offense right now.
Nickelodeon MVP.
Name a guy on the Steelers
Mitchell
offense.
Trubisky.
Does not play. Starts.
Najee Harris.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, Najee Harris. Who else?
Washington.
Nope. It's on Dallas.
Washington.
Yeah. The dude from OK State? Yeah, he's on Dallas. He's hurt. He's been hurt for Dallas this year. But my point is they're winning with nothing. Pickett, dude, I think Kenny Pickett is... Who?
Fitzpatrick on the defensive end.
I said offense.
Oh.
George Pickens. That guy's gonna be good. They draft receivers really well, but I think you can't fire Tomlin. But who are the other guys?
Firemuth. I don't know how I can't forget about Muth.
Dude, look at
He's a solid tight end.
Oh yeah, he is a solid tight end.
Solid tight end.
I mean, dude, what about the Denver situation?
Oh,
Russell Wilson is the fake Christian. I think he's not a real believer. I think he says that to keep a good image in the public eye.
is it like a Kanye thing?
I think Russell Wilson is the biggest fraud to ever step foot as a quarterback.
Hey, hold on, Max Dovin supporter. He was awful last year, and you were just not on that train. I'm going to stay on the Russell Wilson trade. Broncos
Why?
country, let's ride. I think they're going to be way better next year. I'm calling it. I don't think
it was Nathaniel Hackett. I don't think he was the real reason.
Well, first off, Nathaniel Hackett thought Aaron Rodgers was going to Denver, and his offense does not fit Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
And Nathaniel Hackett, fuck his name, whatever.
That's got to be so shitty losing your job the day after Christmas. Like, could you not wait, part ways from the organization and then announce it 2 days before the game?
Dude, it comes with the job. I think it's the shittiest
What's
job.
What's worse,
motherfucker.
Lane Kiffin getting left on the tarmac in Arizona, getting fired at USC, or getting fired the day after Christmas?
Day after Christmas, after losing 51-14 to a bad Rams team. Yeah, bad.
It was the Rams were fun though. That game, they looked fun.
I was at that game.
They were having a good time, dude.
It was a really fun time. I went to the game.
I love seeing Baker ball.
Football is better when the West Coast is good.
Totally. How was SoFi?
It's better than Raider Stadium.
No shit.
I think it's way better than Raider Stadium.
Have you been to AT&T Stadium before?
Nothing comes close to Jerry's World.
Really?
There's not a damn thing that comes close to Jerry's World.
It's unbelievable.
Dude,
when I went there, I almost got killed, but it was unbelievable.
How'd you almost get killed?
You wear Eagles jersey in Dallas country.
Yeah,
it's not going to be the greatest day for you, and especially when you get blown out by 40.
I think of the Eagles, I think a silver lining playbook.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, De Niro.
Dude, that's a goated movie for me, honestly.
It's a very underrated movie.
It is, dude.
J Law's in it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
What
you
movie?
Ever seen it?
Fuck you. What movie are we watching tonight?
I don't know. Something good. Something damn.
What's something good? Let's nail this down.
You know what movie I watched the other day with Brad Pitt that was really good was Bullet Train.
That one wasn't that bad.
I liked Bullet Train.
I really enjoyed that movie yesterday.
And it had the guy from Kick-Ass.
Oh,
he was orange or tangerine, whatever it was.
Lemon and Tangerine.
Yeah.
Oh, is that his partner? Partners? Yeah.
It was a really good movie.
Are we a comedy, action, horror?
No, let's get into something.
Like a Good Will Hunting type movie?
Oh, yeah. I could get down. It's not your fault.
What?
It's not your fault.
Oh, fuck you. It's not your fault.
Might be, actually.
Don't fuck with me.
What?
I don't know.
What was that side comment? What are you insinuating right now?
Just throwing little darts in your head and make you think a little bit.
What movie?
I don't know, but something along the lines of a good.
Do we go circa early 2000s? Go 90s?
I'm kind of feeling like a 90s, maybe. Yeah.
Fight Club?
No, I'm not.
Is there a good mafia film? Not The Godfather. Godfather is too long for tonight, but a good mafia movie.
Like a short one?
Goodfellas isn't too long.
Donnie Brasco?
That one's longer, I think.
Have you started?
Is it a longer one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Tulsa King?
No, I want to watch Tulsa King. Though.
So
what's it on Hulu?
Paramount Plus.
I don't have it. Do you have Paramount Plus?
I do.
I heard they're actually ending password sharing.
How do they end that?
Netflix came up with an algorithm.
You have to no, it's like Chegg. You have to register a device because Chegg you can't use multiple devices. You have to log into your account. You have to switch. It's like a process.
Can we just have something nice, guys? Does Netflix have to ruin the party for everyone?
Why doesn't Netflix put some some good movies on there? Netflix hasn't.
No, they only made Netflix originals now.
No, dude, Netflix has a good lineup right now.
Have you watched the new war movie, All Quiet on the Western Front?
No, I heard it's good though.
Horrible.
Really?
I'm sick of war movies.
I love war movies.
I mean, how many times are we gonna watch them storm the beaches in Normandy? We know.
Have you watched Fury?
Brad
Pitt, the tank.
That's a really good
John
one.
Berthnell's in it.
That was fun when we met him.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit.
I just remember we met him.
Oh,
he's a good actor.
He is. He's a
John Berthel?
Yeah, you go up to him. Supply and demand, motherfucker. In the candy shop, whenever we were what?
He had his kids.
With his kids. What, we were 14 years old at
I
that?
didn't cuss in front of the kids, though.
No,
I mean, I
Joe
would
just said supply and demand.
I mean, it was the funniest shit.
that was a kid too, though, so it's fine.
It's all good. I mean,
What do you think is going through his head when he sees a bunch of 14-year-olds quoting his movie that was just foul? Just one of the foulest
you
movies.
gotta laugh at that point.
No, for sure. And they were
It
just
is-
storming the beaches and streets of Carpinteria. Like this
What was
quietest, quaintest town.
What was
I
the
know.
shirt that he had on? It was like I met.
I don't
was it-
remember.
oh my god, I remember.
I remember he had some boots on though.
Yeah,
Are we like a Leo film?
Oh
Titanic.
no.
No.
What's the one with the? I never watched this one. The one he won the award for with the Revenant or
The Reverend?
the one with the bear.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Reverend. That's a really good
I never
one.
watched that one.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what the story's about?
No.
So it's like the guy, Hugh Glass, the guy he's playing, I think they go on like this hunting expedition, or they're hunting for food, and I don't know, like,
attacked by a grizzly bear.
it's hard to say, like, yeah, they're far away from like where he's from, and some like Indians come, they shoot all the people there, like all his like crew, and he's basically by himself, and then he's like trying to get back. It's a blizzard in the middle of winter, and he sees a bear, and he fucking fights the bear, and the bear fucking claws him, and he's all cut up and shit, but the bear doesn't eat him.
Speaking of a bear, who's ready for the cocaine bear that's coming out in February?
Dude, Ray Liotta's last fucking film.
Who's the fucking guys writing these movies?
I don't know, but we haven't had this level of comedy since Ted, I feel like.
Cocaine Bear.
I mean, it's a classic.
It's a serious, I think it's a serious film.
Oh, it's going to be a comedy. You're going to be laughing in there.
Who the fuck? Like,
Well, it's based off a true story. There was a bear that ate a brick of cocaine wherever in the woods, and they said it was the most apex predator on the planet for about 15 minutes before it overdosed. That'd be a sight to see.
wait, so was the bear doing like taking cocaine like different days, or was it all at
It
once?
just ate a brick of cocaine at once. But in the movie, it's like the bear's like sniffing cocaine. It's like it's going after kids and shit.
What screenwriters, or who are the people coming up with these movie ideas? Like, hey, let's do a movie. I think the world.
Oh no,
needs,
it's based on a true story.
I know, but like, who are the guys saying like, let's bring this one out of the let's bring this one out of the
that's
closet?
Funny. That gets the people's eye. It's like cocaine bear. What? I'm gonna take a look at this one.
It definitely I definitely had to think about it. Like the title got
It's
me.
like Sausage Party. Everybody's gonna go watch the trailer.
Can we look up how much Sausage Party made at box office?
Yes. But I was kind of browsing for the movie. Gangs in New York, The Departed?
Not Departed,
Or
no.
Gangs in New York?
I can't get over Cameron Diaz's fake accent. Damn, what are we doing here on time right now?
It's like
9.
an hour 20 something.
Hour 20.
9:30.
All right, well we'll think about a movie right now, but
Sausage Party brought in 97 million.
97 million?
Yeah.
Is that pretty good for an animation movie?
Yeah, for sure.
How much do you
And
think it
X-rated.
cost?
What a Toy Story movie. What did Toy Story make?
Toy Story's the biggest.
Or look up Cars or something like that.
You can't.
Cars is also the
I
greatest.
mean, you did an inappropriate animation movie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. You don't get a kid audience watching that one.
Toy Story, all the films have brought in $3.3 billion. So that's about almost.
Wait.
There's 4 of them. So
Each?
yeah. No, all together.
Like all the Toy Story films?
3.3 bill.
Yeah, it almost beats Marvel.
Marvel.
Oh, I mean, it is Marvel,
I think
technically.
superhero movies are
Or
weird.
Pixar.
Hey, what's the vampire movie with
Oh, I know what you're talking about with Brad Pitt.
Yes, let's
Brad
watch
Pitt
that.
and Tom Cruise.
Let's watch that.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yep.
Interview with the Vampire. We found a movie.
What a note to end on.
Or we could go with Jonah Hill's interview.
No.
No.
With Stu? Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
The interview with Jonah Hill.
That's Seth Rogen.
Seth. Potato. That's my bad. Seth Rogen. And who's the other actor in it?
James Franco.
No, I'm not watching that.
Did you ever
I've seen it
watch
too many
the?
times.
I'm trying to forget what it is. It was a movie with James Franco, where he was like the millionaire in New York or
No, it was in like San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was a millionaire in San Francisco.
Such a funny movie.
It's one of the
with what's his name from Breaking Bad.
from Walter White with Breaking Bad. Bridget.
Oh, why him?
Why him?
Why him?
Why him?
That's a good
I still
one.
think that is a top 10 comedy for me.
It's a pretty good movie.
That movie makes you laugh.
Did James Franco get canceled?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Like, actually got canceled?
Yeah.
I think. Did he have a case put against him?
I don't know, dude. I love James Franco though.
He has some funny movies.
He did.
This is the end.
Dude,
You can't tell me
last
that-
real comedy.
You can't tell me This Is the End isn't in a all-time movie that's got to be up
This
there.
Is the End should be like archived and be like it should be.
Shit.
What?
I don't know if it stopped. Pop up and see if it stopped. I don't think it did.
Was it not recording this whole time?
No, it's been recording. Oh, sweet. All right. What are we at? Like an hour 25?
What are we just talking about?
Hour 30. James Franco, This Is the End. Great comedy.
It should be it should be like on a plaque. It should show the movie like this was the last comedy
Was Ted?
Hollywood made.
No, Ted 2 was after. Was Ted 2 after This Is the End?
No.
Oh yeah, it was. I think
It was?
The first Ted wasn't. The first Ted was like 2012.
The Ted 1 and Ted 2, that should be on the plaque. I mean, those were unbelievable.
We're talking about a teddy bear live action.
I mean, it was the funny. You can't tell me you just didn't laugh.
No, it's funny.
What do you like? What was Ted 1 or Ted 2 better for you?
I'm a Ted 1 guy. I like Mila
Same.
Kunis. I like Mila.
Mila Kunis' voice kind of fucks with me ever since Family Guy.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Like,
are you
all
talking
I can
about?
see is Meg when she talks.
I don't know about that, man. She just uses her voice. She's pretty hot. I'm excited for that 90s show. I know they're gonna ruin it.
Oh,
but
no,
I'm
it's-
excited that
I haven't heard of
Same.
them.
they're gonna ruin that show, but I'm excited to give it a chance at least.
I have what's it about?
You ever seen that 70s show?
Oh, and then they're making the 90s show?
A 90s version of it where they're all grown up.
And it's like
They're-
about
What's
his name's kids.
Eric's
kids.
kid,
Yeah.
yeah.
His kid.
You know
yeah.
what show I want to
Daughter.
watch is Young Sheldon.
Oh, it's funny.
I see all the episodes. I haven't got I see all the clips on TikTok, but
It's funny.
and then that was the Big Bang Theory was a
Sheldon.
spinoff.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good cycle right there.
I never watched it, but I know
Big
Big,
Bang
Bang Theory.
Theory
I
is
mean,
good.
that guy's making so much money right now. He's like one of the biggest actors in Hollywood. Jim Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, Sacco, Stallion. Please, if you guys haven't followed the Stallion, go follow it. If you've listened this far, so these people, I'm talking to like 5 people right now.
Yeah, we're at an hour and 30.
So if you 5 people watch this right now, go follow the Stallion. He's hopefully get it on the thing. We probably won't. But let's get a final prediction here, and I'm gonna fucking hold you on this one. Who wins the Super Bowl this year?
All right. Super Bowl this year, give me the Bills, give me the Eagles. Eagles win 34-31 in an overtime thriller. And they're going to put the 2 best fan bases up in America. It's going to be an East Coast battle. Where's the Super Bowl at this year?
Arizona.
Oh, yeah. The East Coast in the desert, in the oasis. Give me the Birds coming out on top. 34-31.
Give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs Niners rematch?
Chiefs.
Purdy.
Hear this. Chiefs. Cowboys.
Fuck you.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys are the most irrelevant team after Week 18. I guarantee you when they go meet Brady, they're going to go meet Mr. Brady down in Tampa, and they're going to find out why Mr. Brady is what he does.
It's gonna be a Dak Prescott coronation.
Dak Prescott's the most overrated piece of shit in the fucking league.
Piece of shit. Easy.
Fuck that
Easy.
guy. No. I don't care. All the Dallas fans, they always talk crap.
We're just gonna cue to you when we're gonna cue to you when Philadelphia gets a bye during the wild card weekend and they lose in the divisional to like some fucking team like Minnesota or someone, and we're gonna say,
Oh, yeah, what we do to Minnesota earlier in the year? Shit on them.
all right, well we'll see. I don't think. I mean, Jalen Hurts is recovering from a shoulder injury. That's gonna be a tough one.
I
Half your
think
team-
I honestly think
Gardner could do it.
Nah, Nick
Gardner,
Sirianni
no,
had
I'd be rooting
something
for
up
that.
his sleeve. Jalen Hurts is not. I don't think he's hurt. I don't think they wanted to show their hand versus Dallas.
They're just pulling the dogs. You think?
I
Pulling
mean,
the dogs
if I'm a
off the
coach-
leash,
because
or they're holding them on the leash.
if Dallas gets to fight, which if we're gonna beat the Saints next week, if Dallas plays Tampa Bay, they got to go to Philadelphia.
And then when that happens,
They
and
don't
Dallas
want to
wins.
Dude, Dallas is not going to go up into Philadelphia in a playoff atmosphere, and you're telling me fat fuck Mike McCarthy is going to be able to
You
handle
just
that?
have to think about the storylines here. No one's talking about Kansas City because they've been good. Everyone's hyping up the Bills. Everyone's hyping up the Bengals, but everyone's forgotten about Kansas City. They're going to win this year. They're 12-3. And then Dallas, I think this is actually the year they break through because I actually thought they would be really bad this year. They came back.
They're not special, though. They barely beat a backup quarterback.
Dude, it's the NFL. Everyone's good. And first off, Gardner Minshew is not a backup quarterback. That's a starting quarterback in the league.
That's not. Look what Jalen Hurts did to the Dallas defense when they played him earlier in the season.
All right,
It was a slaughter
that's your
fest.
prediction, though. That's your prediction.
Eagles, Bills, 34-31 overtime thriller in the desert. TCU is also going to win in that same stadium by 3 points, whatever it is, or 4 points, 28-24 this weekend.
You heard it here first.
And thank you for listening, and go fuck yourself.
Thank you.